Hi everyone, welcome to AI Crack channel. This is Akash Gangwar and today we'll be studying circles lecture 4. So we'll be studying tangents, slope form, normals and direct a circle in this lecture. So let us start with tangents, slope form. So until now we studied about the T notation and that was basically point form. So in which we studied that we have a circle, we have a point given x1 and y1, and if you want to write out the tangent equation, we write the notation T equals to 0, and T is basically replacing x square with x1, y square is with y1, x with x plus x1 by 2, and same with y with y plus y1 by 2. Now we have to make these transformations to get the tangent equation T equals to 0. Okay, T is the notation over here. Now the interesting point was over here was that this point is lying on the tangent. It was not somewhere else. It was lying on the tangent, and then only we can use this tangent notation. Otherwise we cannot use that. That would mean something else and not the tangent equation if the point is not lying on the circle. Okay. Now what if we want to find out the equation of tangent when the point is lying somewhere outside? Okay. So let's say we have this circle and we want to find out the equation of tangent, and the point over here is x1 y1 and the slope is m, and this is our center. Okay, this circle is given, this is the tangent, this is slope m, this is point given as. Okay, now this radius is r for this particular circle, and let's say the center is standard one, basically 0, 0. So this circle is something of this sort, x square plus y, so y square equals to r square, basically the most standard circle. Okay, now we want to find out the equation of tangent in terms of slope. Now in this particular case this point is not given, I just assume that this point is somewhere outside, it's not on the tangent. The main point was this point is not on the circle, it's somewhere outside and we don't know the value, we just know the slope value. Okay, now how to find out the equation of tangent? So let's assume that this tangent equation equals to is y equals to mx plus c. Let's assume that this equation of tangent is y equals to mx plus c, and the given condition over here is this distance from center to this tangent is r, because radius is perpendicular to tangent, right? We know the center coordinates because we have assumed this is standard circle over here. So what we can do, we can drop perpendicular from this point on tangent and equate the distance to r. That we can do. So if I write y minus mx minus c equals to 0, and if I find out the distance, that would be 0 minus m times 0 minus c divided by under root 1 plus m square modulus equals to r, right? Now this would give me r equals to, sorry, this would give me c equals to plus minus r times under root 1 plus m square. Okay, because of the modulus, plus minus is because of the modulus, because when we are opening it, we are going to open it with two signs. So c equals to plus minus r times under root 1 plus m square. So this gives us the equation y equals to mx plus minus r times 1 plus m square. And why are we getting plus minus sign over here? Because one tangent is going to be here with slope m, and one parallel tangent is going to be over here with same slope m, with different constant value but same slope. Okay, because if we draw perpendicular on this tangent and on this tangent, it would be same, and that would be equals to r, and both have slope m, right? Now, what if the given circle is not the standard circle? This equation is for the standard circle, that is x square plus y square equals to r square. What if circle is something of generic form, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals to 0? So basically, we can write down that circle in the form of x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square equals to r square. x1 and y1 are center over here. It's not these points. x1 and y1 are centers over here. So what we can do, we can replace y with y minus y1, x with x minus x1. How do we get that? That comes from the origin transformation, origin shifting, actually, not transformation, origin shifting. We won't go into that concept. You just have to remember that you can replace x with x minus x1 if the center is something other than 0, 0, y with y minus y1. Okay. So our generic equation would become y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1 plus minus under root r times 1 plus m square. So this is our generic equation for any circle. We won't be using this because it looks a little complicated to remember. we can use the general basic formula. Even if you don't remember this, you know the derivation part, you know the slope, you can assume the straight line with given slope, and you can drop the perpendicular to it and make it equal to r, and that would also solve your problem. Okay, remember the basic concept. Now let's try to solve this question. Find the equation of tangents to the circle x square plus y square minus 6x plus 4y minus 12 equals to 0, which are parallel to the line 4x minus 3y plus 10. So whenever I see parallel to the line, I tend to write the equation and slope. So I'll write the equation over here. That would be 4x minus 3y plus k, because we have to find out another line which is parallel to this line. So the line would be 4x minus 3y plus k equals to 0, right? And now we have this particular line over here, and we have to make that equal to tangent. And how do we do that? We make that equals to we make the distance from center to this particular tangent equals to r, right? So the center over here is actually 3 comma minus 2, right? And radius would be under root 3 square plus minus 2 square and plus 12. So that would be 9 plus 4 13 plus 12 25, that would be 5. So radius is 5 actually. So what we have to do, we have to just drop this perpendicular from this point on this line. So that would be 4 times 3 minus 3 times minus 2 plus k divided by under root a square plus b square, that would be 5 only, and that should be equals to modulus of this, that should be equals to 5. I can find out the value of k from here. Okay, now let's look at this question. Find the equation of tangents to the circle x square plus y square minus 6x plus 8y equals to 0. So the center over here would be 3 comma minus 4. Okay, and radius would be 5 because we don't have any constant, so that would be under root g square plus f square minus 0, that is 5 only. Okay, and basically we have this circle and we have this point, and we have to drop two perpendiculars, two tangents from this point onto this circle. Okay, now what we can do, we can write down the equation of tangent in terms of slope, because slope is variable over here. So I can write down the equation of tangent from this point. That would be y minus y1, that is 1, equals to m times x minus 0, right? So basically we have got y minus mx minus 1 equals to 0 as the variable tangent equation, right? Now all I have to do is drop the perpendicular from the center, that is 3 comma minus 4, on this tangent. It would work both ways because we are going to get the modulus value. So we are going to get two values for m. So that would take care of this tangent and also this tangent. So all we have to do, just drop the perpendicular from 3 comma minus 4 onto this tangent, variable tangent equation, and you will get the value of m, and you will get two equations. Okay, this is how you have to solve it. Now let's solve this question. If the equation of the tangent to the circle with center at 2 comma minus 1 from the origin is 3x plus y equals to 0, then the equation of other tangent through the origin is, okay. So we have this coordinate axis, and center is 1 distance, 2 distance, and minus 1 distance over here. Center is at 2 comma minus 1. Now there is this line which is also tangent to the circle, that is y equals to minus 3x. So that would be something of this sort. Okay, now we can clearly see that the circle is actually of this sort, and the other tangent also is passing through the origin, so that must be something like this. Okay, so we know that the tangent is passing through this point 0 comma 0. We can assume the slope as m. Now all we have to do is we have to drop perpendicular from this point onto this tangent of variable slope and equate it to r, but we don't even know r over here. So we can find out r by dropping the perpendicular from this center onto this given tangent line, that is y plus 3x equals to 0, right? So basically what we have to do, we have to drop perpendicular from this particular point onto this tangent. So that would be 3 times 2 minus 1 divided by under root 1 plus 9. Okay, and that should be our modulus of it. Okay, that would be 5 by root 10 equals to r. Now you have to equate this distance r equals to, that should be distance from this point onto this particular tangent. So our tangent would be y equals to mx, y minus mx equals to 0 basically, because it's passing through origin. So you just have to drop the perpendicular, that would be minus m times 2 plus minus 1 divided by under root 1 plus m square equals to 5 by root 10. We just have to square it and we'll get the value of m. Okay. I'm just giving the ideas in these questions until the end because I have to cover a lot of syllabus and today is the last day for covering all the lectures. So we'll not be going too deep into the calculations. I'm just giving the ideas, giving the hints how to proceed with these kind of questions, and you can proceed forward with the calculations. Okay. Now let us talk about normals, and just like any other normal, basically we studied that in AOD that if we have a tangent at a particular point, this is our tangent t, and if we drop a line that is normal to that is perpendicular to this tangent at that specific point, then we call that a line as a normal, right? In case of circle, it has one specific property, and I think every one of us knows that a normal at a particular point passes through center. So if this is the point and we have drawn the tangent, if I drop a perpendicular line onto this tangent, and that would pass through the center, and that is also called as normal. Okay. So these were the basic properties, basic definitions of normal, and let's start the questions. The area of the triangle formed by the x-axis and the normal and the tangent to the circle x square plus y square equals to 4x at 1 comma root 3. Okay. So we have the circle x square plus y square minus 4x equals to 0. So basically center would be 2 comma 0, right? So these are the coordinate axis. Center would be one distance, two distance. That would be 2 comma 0 over here. Okay. And also we can see that the radius would be 2 only because under root g square plus f square minus c would yield 2 only. So circle is basically passing through the origin as well. Okay. Now there is this point 1 comma root 3, and we can clearly see that this point is satisfying this equation. So basically this point is lying on the circle. So let's say the point is somewhere over here 1 comma root 3. Okay. Now we have to draw one tangent and one normal at this point. So normal would actually pass through the center, and we have to find out the area of this particular region. Okay. Now since the point is given on the circle, we can write down the equation of tangent directly with the help of transformation, that is t equals to 0, right? So what we'll be doing, x1 plus y1 minus 4 times x plus x1 by 2 equals to 0. This is our t equals to 0 expression. So x1 over here is 3. Sorry, x1 over here is 1. So x plus y1 over here is root 3. So that would be root 3y. And this 2 gets cancelled. That would give me minus 2 times x plus 1. Okay, equals to 0. So that would become root 3y minus x plus minus 2 equals to 0. This is our tangent equation. And if you want to find out this coordinate, for finding out the area, we need base and height. Height we already know. Height is basically the y coordinate, that is root 3. And if you want to find out this distance, we need to know this coordinate, x coordinate, right? For that, we'll have to put y equals to 0. If I put y equals to 0, I'll be getting x equals to minus 2. Okay. So basically this coordinate is minus 2 comma 0. And this is 2 distance, this is 2 distance. So this distance is actually 4. So delta would be 1 by 2 times 4 into root 3. That is 2 root 3. B is the correct answer. Now let us talk about director circle, and the definition is quite simple to understand. So the definition says that if we have a point P over here, and if I drop 2 tangents on this circle, and if those tangents are actually intersecting each other at 90 degree, then all those points, the locus of all those points from where if we drop the tangents and they intersect at 90 degree, the locus would be called as director circle. And we can clearly see that it's going to be a circle over here, and it's going to be concentric circle over here because of the symmetry, right? Now this is our center C. And since this is going to be concentric circle, we can clearly see that we just have to find out the radius because we already know center of the given circle, and that is also going to be the circle center of the director circle, right? Now we know that the normals, the radius is actually tangent to the is perpendicular to the tangent, and this is also perpendicular to tangent. And since these three angles are 90 degree, so this should be also 90 degree. And this is radius, two adjacent sides are actually perpendicular to each other and are also equal, and all the angles are perpendicular. So this must be R and this must be R based on symmetry, right? So if this is R, so this length, this radius, capital R, that should be root 2R by Pythagoras theorem. So basically this is going to be a circle with radius root 2R. of the given circle. That's it. Okay. Now let us talk about length of tangent and power of a point. Length of tangent from a point x1 y1 to the circle is given by under root x square plus y1 square x1 square plus y1 square minus a square, and that is s1 actually. Okay, this is also applicable for a general circle, right? Now we talked about s1 actually for position of a point. So basically s expression is x square plus y square minus a square, right? This is our s expression. And if I put the point in this particular expression, I'll get x1, and that would be x1 square plus y1 square minus a square. So under root, if we do the under root s1, we'll actually get the length of tangent. Now this point x1 and y1, that would be the point from where we are dropping the tangent. So this is an external point. So we have to remember which point are we talking about in these notations. We are going to use the T notation for chord of contact, and also we are going to use the T notation for tangent. Okay, so we have to make sure that which point are we going to use in that particular notation. Similarly over here in this S1, we are talking about this external point, and that would give us the distance of length of tangent. Okay. So basically, length of tangent is being defined by under root S1. We have to remember this notation. Now, the power of point P with respect to any circle is PA dot PB. Okay. So let's say this is our point P, and I've drawn one secant. This point is A, this point is B, and this is a tangent, and this point is T. Okay. So this length is PT, this length is PA, this length is PB. So according to power of point formula through geometry, we'll be getting PA dot PB equals to PT square. And also if I drop one more secant, I mark it as C and D, that would be equals to PC dot PD. So you have to remember this formula. We got one question about this in PGDBA 2022. Okay, and we might get again, maybe possible, around similar concept. So this is how we define the power of point. Okay. So this was the question I was talking about that was asked in PGDBA 2022. If a circle passes through the point of intersection of the coordinate axis with lines lambda x minus y plus 1 equals to 0 and x minus 2y plus 3 equals to 0, find the value of lambda. The concept over here is we have a few points given over here, and a circle is formed. Okay, and one point is actually the variable point. So this point is the external point through which we are actually dropping the secants. So this distance multiplied by this distance equals to this distance multiplied by this distance. This is all you have to do in this question. How to get these points? You can use the intercept form. So for example, in this case, we have lambda x minus y equals to -1. So we can take -1 in the denominator. We'll be getting x divided by -1 by lambda plus y by 1 equals to 1. Okay. So these are the intercepts. This is the variable intercept that would come over here. That is -1 by lambda, and this is on the x-axis. So this would be the variable intercept over here. This would be the variable intercept that would be -1 by lambda, and this is the positive intercept that would be, let's say 0, 1 over here. Okay. Similarly, you can find out these two intercepts, and you can use the formula of power of point. This dot this equals to this dot this, and you can find out the value of lambda. Also, you can you have to use one trick over here. Not trick, just being aware of what has been asked. We can have multiple lambda values over here, because this point can be this point. We can actually draw a circle with given 3 points. So this point can also coincide with this point as well. So you can find out one more value of lambda with that. Either ways you have to do it. Basically, you'll be getting 2 values of lambda. So keep this as homework, and this has been exactly similar question has been asked in the PGDBA 2022 examination. The concept is this only, power of point. So this lecture was till here only, and in the next lecture we'll be talking about chord of contact and pair of tangents. So let's meet in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.